Hey, it's Daps here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to show you one ridiculously insane way I get to clone landing pages real quick if I'm in that lazy mode. It's one method I believe most people have never been able to sit down to just think outside of the box to figure out how to do. And it is one method that has ridiculously worked for me. So I thought I should share that with you in this tutorial. So if you are very curious to know this ridiculously insane method I use, then let's get started into the tutorials immediately. Welcome back, and right on my screen here is a random landing page I picked on ClickBank, and I want to use this as test purpose for this tutorial. And by the way, if you're learning on my YouTube channel for the very first time, you're seeing me for the very first time, I'm excited to have you here. I am Daps. I upload videos every now and then around WordPress. I teach people the things that work, the things that do not work. I make people look like a pro even if they're non-techie. So if you're into WordPress, you want to learn a thing or two, you should consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any tutorials from me. And if you like this particular video, ensure that you give it a thumbs up and let me know if you have any comment in the description below. So let's get started immediately. Just before we get started, I need to let you know that this method I'm about to show you is quite ridiculous. It's something outside of the box, and it's something many of you might call stupid. If you give me time, if you watch me do this, you might be convinced that this might work for you. It is not a perfect solution to clone a landing page. This will come in very handy for affiliate marketers. For example, like this particular landing page here, they sell is this a supplement, or this is, I really don't know what this is. I just pick up this. Okay, this is a supplement here. So you just want to sell this, for example, and you just want a place where you can display pictures, tell people what this product is about, show people images of people who have bought it, or testimonial, just something like this. A squeeze page or a landing page, this will be perfect for. But have you ever thought of making any landing page a static element like an image? Why ridiculous? Can you serve an image on your website or your landing page? Is static. You wonder, how do you get to do that? How do you make people feel a form? How do you do all those things? I will show you exactly what I'm talking about real quick. So before we even go very far, let me use a tool here called site-short.com. So we can use this tool here to just get a snip of any page out there. So I'll copy this page. I'll come down here, and then I can paste this URL here, and I will ensure that I tick full option, and then I think everything is okay here. I might want to switch this to a JPEG because I don't want the image to be very heavy. PNG would be heavy. So while this is done, I can just hit short this landing page here, and we just render this image directly in our website, like a WordPress website, using any page builder. My favorite is Elementor. Do you think there's a possibility doing that? So let's just see. So I can come down here and I can just hit this download button. So I will have this image downloaded into my computer, so I can come back to any WordPress, any landing page, any page builder, any CMS you're using, but preferably, I do WordPress here. So I already have Elementor installed, so you need to install Elementor. That's and it's not compulsory to use Elementor. You can use any page builder out there. You can even use Gutenberg if you know your way around Gutenberg. So it works that way. So I come to a page. I'll just come to add new for the purpose of this example. So let's create a page. I can just call this landing. Yeah, and let's edit this page with Elementor. And you can see we have Elementor ready here. So I will just hit this. I will select a structure, and then I will bring in an image into this, and then I can upload this image right now. Okay, so fantastic. We have this image right now uploaded. So I can just select this image, and you can see that we have this image here, but this doesn't really make sense. So what can we do? So right now, let me make this image full, for example. Yes. And then let me make this section full width. So I'll change this page layout from default to Elementor canvas, and that should take away the header and the footer. just something like this, and then I can see that this image is not popping now well because this is long and is not full screen. Did you get the idea? But right now some questions will come up. So how do I get some of the page to be dynamic? How do I change some of the content if I want to change the text, change the logo, do some random things? And how then can I get even this page indexed on Google or do things? So I will answer all of those questions in this tutorial. I'll also show you a pro tip that most affiliate marketers don't put into consideration when they are designing their landing page, and that will come in anywhere in between this tutorial or at the end of this tutorial. I'm saying this so that you don't skip around this tutorial. Watch this tutorial from beginning to the end so that you don't miss out on that tip. That is a valuable tip. That tip would save you a lot and it will increase your conversion if you are trying to build a landing page. That's very, very important. So let's come back right now to this. So on this page right now here, I'll be making some changes, and I'll also make some changes inside Elementor. So I want you to note that it's a two-way edit that I'll be doing, and it's real quick, super simple, super easy. Don't lose me, just follow up. You will get the gist. So let me close this right now, and then what I can do right now is, let's say for example, I want to change some of the text here. I want to change this from Cortexy or whatever the name is. I want to maybe change some of the things here. The easy way for us to do that right now is for us to inspect this website and then make these changes on our browser and not necessarily on the live website. So let's see how we can do that. So let right click this page and let's use our inspect tool, and we'll have this pop up here. So let's hit the select option here. So once we hit the select option here, so anywhere we go all around the page, we'll have this highlighted in a way that we can easily customize or edit them. Just by clicking this right now, I have the text here, so I can double click this and then I can make changes to this. So if I click this right now, I can just change this text here. I can just say this is a random tutorial from Daps. So I can click this and you can see it has changed to this is a random tutorial from Daps. So that's exactly how to change things. So right now, again, I can literally continue this, even change images if I want to, but I wouldn't want to change this image. If I keep scrolling down here, I can make changes here. So let's say this is 65. I want to change this to 75. So once I click on this right now, I can see 65 here. So if I click this, I can just change this to 75 and then I click enter. So you can see I can go ahead and keep making changes here and there, do things. Very, 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 very easy to do. I can change this image if I really do want to, but definitely this is what we are trying to sell here. I wouldn't want to change that. So if I click this, I can see the image here. So what I can do right now is that I can just go and look for any image I want to change this to, and then I will just copy the URL and then paste that here, if that makes sense. So for example, I can go to Google and just type supplement. So right now I find another supplement here, so I can just easily right click this and then I can copy this image address, and then I can come back here and I can just double click this and then replace that image and paste that here and then insert. As you can see, we have another image here, and this is a dynamic element. So you can see, so we cannot clone this, we cannot snip this. So this, we can easily create this with Elementor, super simple, super easy. So we would leave the very dynamic content so that we can recreate them right now inside Elementor. So change images, change everything you want to change into something you are much concerned with. And once you are done, you can close this inspect tool. So now we have a landing page customized with our own text ready for us to snip into our website. So you get the idea, super simple. I will just try to make this snip down from here. So I'm going to have to create this. I'll create this menu eventually at the end. Let's just try to see how we can snip this. Now I will not be using this tool right now to snip. I will just use my default snipping tool. Okay, so right now I can just create a new snip and I will start from here, but I'll give it some space. I will just snip this a little. So I want to use this space here, and I think I like this. So let's snip this. So I can save this snip and call it snip 1, and then I can save this into my pictures. So I can close this back, and then I can continue again since I stopped somewhere here, and then I can copy this again from somewhere here like this. So I can save this as snip 2. So I believe you get the idea, you get what I'm trying to do. So I can come down here as well, so I can snip this to somewhere here is perfect. So I can save this to, and I call this snip 3, and I save this. Let's close this. Let's come down here. So here I cannot copy the whole of this because this here has to be dynamic. So I will literally have to just snip this image, but we could just literally just download this image from Google. There's no need trying to snip it. So we can skip that part. I'm not sure I want to use this part as well in my landing page. I'm not sure I want to do this. So you can see this place now is a dynamic page. You have to tell them to fill things, maybe a form here. So you have to design this form yourself in WordPress. A lot of tutorials. I believe if you know your way around WordPress and even Elementor, you should be able to design a form like this. I have a lot of tutorials around creating dynamic forms on this channel, so you can check out for them. I don't want to waste time doing all of that right now. So for something like this, if you maybe want the call to action to be to download something, this is a button here you have to create inside Elementor. So I can just snip the image, but you get by and large the idea of what I'm trying to say here, and I'll show you exactly how I can do that. So for example, now let me just copy this. This will be the last thing I will snip. I don't want to make this video unnecessarily long, but I just want to show you what's possible. So now let's try to snip this, and then I'll create this button, and that's everything we want to have on that landing page, just as an example. So right now, so let's snip this. Let's save this as snip 4, and then we'll save. And then I can close this, and maybe finally I just want to maybe snip this here. I can just super simple snip this. So I can save this, and then I can call this snip 5. So I can close this. So that's it. We are done. We have made some edits to this, and we have snipped the portion that we need in this landing page. So let's go back to our Elementor and see what we can do with all of this. Right now we are here. I can just click this, and let's bring in the new images we have. So you can see this is the only image I have here. So let's upload our snip. We have our snip now uploading, and that's quite fantastic. These snip have been uploaded now, so let's start bringing them into our page. So this is the first one here. The easy way for you to tell Google or whatever search engines about this website and what it is about is for you to use the alt text tool. So you want to put all the keywords, every of the text that is on this website here, you might literally just have to type it in here. And now Google is even very intelligent enough to read images to know what's on those images. But with the alt text, you can easily just tell them without any hassle what this website is about or the landing page is about. If you use your alt text properly, you will get this page indexed without any problem. So that's one thing I want to let you know. So that will solve your SEO challenges. So let's continue right now. I will not be doing that right now because of time. Right now here, so you can see I have this here. So you see pretty much what we want. So I can just duplicate this page, and then I can come here. I can change this image from snip 1 to snip 2, and then I can continue this. So that we don't have this break here, I can just change the margin. I can just do -10. Let's do -20. Okay, that's perfect. So let's preview. So you see we have this beautiful. So let's continue. Let's duplicate this, and then let's bring in the snip 3. That's the third one now. Let's bring that in here. So you can see this is aligning properly. Literally, no one will be able to tell that these are just snips, they are just images. Quite fantastic, so let's continue. Right now, I think if we come back to this landing page, what we should be having now is this toggle here, or this accordion, or this image. So let's see how we can create that before we continue with the image snipping. So let's just create something entirely new right now. I still want to make this one, and I don't want to make it full. That's okay. And then I can bring in an inner section. So I can come to supplement here. I can just easily save this image. I can come back now. I can bring in my image here. And then I can just upload this image here. So fantastic. So you can see we have our image here. You may want to play with the width. So for example, I might just want to reduce the width to maybe something smaller. That's okay. So right now we have our image here. That's fantastic. You may want to decrease the height or increase it. So, and that's it. You have to be very careful when you are doing your snip. So you can see, I can see some things here, but I might just want to adjust the padding or the margin for you to just place another element above that. But be careful when you are doing your snipping. That is as neat as possible as it can be. So I want to believe this right now might be images from this snip here, and that's not really good. I need to cut that away. So the snip should have come somewhere higher above this. So that's very key. That's very important. So the next thing we want to do right now is for us to see how we can replicate this here, and we can easily do that with Elementor 2 as well. Let's scroll down and let's find our accordion. So let's use this. So yeah, so we can just do this. If you come down here right now, for me to know what color this is, I can easily inspect that. So I have this Chrome extension here. It's called Color Picker Eyedropper. So in case if I just do this, if I come around, I should be able to know the exact color of this. And then also I'll be able to also figure out what font this is using. I will show you the Chrome extension I'm using. You can install that. You can just go to Chrome, google.chrome extension, or you can just Google search Chrome extension and just search for Color Picker Eyedropper. If you search for that extension, you can find it, install it into your Chrome so that you can have it here for you to use. So that's very, very important. So because we're going to be changing all these colors. So let's come to style first to even play with the colors. Let's come to title, and then let's change this color to a new color. We'll change this to white. Pretty much what it is. But one thing we'll not be able to do with this accordion here is for us to be able to put this logo or this image here. So you can see that there is an image here, and this image, you can save this image, but unfortunately we can't do that here. But I want to believe that there would be an add-on for Elementor that can do this for you, but I'm not sure I know one right now, and I don't really want to waste time trying to search for that. But I can do away without this logo. I can just have a basic logo. I can just maybe even save this image here. For example, I can literally just change both the active and the icon itself. I can upload an SVG if I have, and I can just say no generally, but I'm not sure this is even a web page. It's not an SVG, but I can just come right now to the icon library. Since that's more like a dollar sign, I can just come to all the icons. Let me search for dollars, and I can just use any thing here that can pretty much replace that. Maybe I should just use this. No, I think I should use this. Let's use this, and then we can also have these two as well. Let's see, dollars. Okay, so that's it. So we can literally just keep designing this, boost your conversions, and then this is the first one here. I can then copy this text here. I can come back here, and then for the first one here, I can just say boost your conversion, and then I paste the text here. All right, but I don't want to waste time. Let me just close this and let me just duplicate this into 3. Basically, I think I missed something in the styles. So let's make this white. All right. So I have this now. So you can see, you get the idea. So right now, for us to change these things to fit the same styling here, I have another Chrome browser extension I use here. So you may want to try this out. So if I activate this, so once I come around the text I want, it will give me exactly what font has been used and the size. So you can see this one here is poppins and the front size is 20 pixels. The line height is 30. Let's go change that. So now let's come to style. Sorry, I want to just stop this. Okay. And then I can come to my typography. I can change this from Roboto to Poppins. I can make the pixel 20. So you can see. So I can also come to the title as well. So I want to believe I can do the same typography. I can change this from Roboto to Poppins. I can do 20. I think this one has 0.8 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, something like that. Width, I can leave it. So but you can see this is literally close to what we have on that website. I can still change the colors and everything. Pretty much something like that. So if you come down here, you can see this is literally almost the same, but that is popping more. I can change the text color, look for the color, but you get the idea of what exactly we are supposed to do here. So let's just finish our landing page. I don't want to waste so much time, but you get the idea. Is literally very, very easy to do. So we can, let me just duplicate. I love to use, let's copy this and let's paste that here. So let's change this image. This is snip 3. Let's go for snip 4. I want to make this full width. I also want to, let's just give it some space, or let me make this even 40. Yeah, to just give it some space, something like that. So you can see our landing page is almost ready. So the next thing I think below this should be a button. So you can literally just create that same button to inside Elementor here. For example, I can just do this. I can come back to basics and use inner section. I can add new column, and then I can use this one. I can search for a button. There are other extensions that can give you more functionalities to your button, for example. So let's come down here, download faster, and then this icon. So I can just say icon library. I can just say download. Maybe we should use this. This should be after, just like that. I want to make my icon large, something very bigger. So I can come to style now, and then I can change this from green. I think it's somewhere yellow, but we can use our tool to find the exact color so that we won't be guessing. But I don't want to waste so much time right now. But you get the idea. Let's just pretend that this is, so you can see something like that. For the border radius, I can just do maybe like 10. Okay, just something like that. But I think this is big in a way. I can reduce the size if I want to. Something like this. So I can increase the fonts to make it bigger. I can just add things here and there. Got the perfect color. Create everything I need to create. But you get the idea. This is exactly how it works, and this is super simple, super easy to do with Elementor. Just page builder here and there. Sorry, I'm almost literally closing the page, but I can just come down here to the final one and I can bring in my image here. Let's just bring the final image. I want to make this full width. So now let's bring in final image. Okay. So in a way, you can see we have a landing page literally almost ready. So I can publish this. So the last thing we have to do here is for us to create maybe a menu with our logo. Let's say, for example, we still want to retain this logo. I can just maybe save this image. I don't have any random logo I want to use, so we can just save that image and see how we can create this thing here. But if you know your way around Elementor or creating header, you find this very easy to do. But I wouldn't want to use the default Elementor to create that header. I want to use another plugin. Let's try to get that done. Let's view this page. I'm trying not to close that. So you can see we literally have a fantastic thing here. Another thing again that you can do again is if you don't want people to know that everything here are images, you can just lock your site from right click. So because if anybody right clicks now, they can save this image. So you don't want them to know that these are images. You can literally just stop right click on your website completely. There's a plugin that can help you do that. So if you come to dashboard right now, let's come to plugins. Let's come to add new. Let me just stop right click. So let's just install this so that you can see. Nobody will be able to copy the image. Nobody will be able to tell that what you are using in that place is an image, except they inspect the website tools to find out more. So let's try to add another plugin, and let's just look for an add-on for Elementor. Okay, I think we should install essential add-ons for Elementor. I believe this should be able to give us a feature for navigation menu. Okay, let's come to next. So now let's see if we can view all. Just a boring process to get this plugin to work. Okay, that's it. We have this plugin here. So let's come back to Elementor and let's just try and refresh our Elementor to see, because we've made changes. All right. So let me search for navigation menu. So you can see we have options now for advanced tabs, simple menu, one-page navigation, post navigation. So let's see if this simple menu can do the trick that we want. So right now, let's just hit something here and let's just do this. Something like this is okay. And then let's bring in an inner section as usual. Okay, but for this right now, I would want to, we figure out the color here. So I want to use the same color. Let's just pick that color up. Right, so this color, I want to believe is the same color, so I want to make my background here the same as well. So let's edit this section here. Let's come to style. And then for this is where we want to put our logo. So I can just bring in an image here. That will be too big really, but we can make changes. Well, I think I have our logo downloaded here. So you can use your logo in case you have your own logo. You don't want to use the same logo as this. That's literally up to you, but you get the idea. So right now I want to make this smaller. Maybe something like this. And then I want to bring in a menu here. So I can just now search for menu. So let's use this simple menu. So this is the only menu I have on this website right now. It's just demo and it's just home page and sample page. And that's the two basic pages that I have on this website. So you can go to the menu, appearance and menu, create a menu in WordPress, and then you can add all this to menu, and or whatever you want to add more to your menu. That's literally up to you, but I'll leave this now for example purpose. I think we can stick with just the first one, and then for the hamburger option, and that's where I'm really going to, because this is literally very very important, and that's one of the tips I said I was going to share about your landing page, because you need to make sure that your landing page is fit for mobile. In case you have people who are visiting your page on the mobile view, you want to make sure that you serve them correctly, and that's very very important. So let's come to style, and let's see if we can change this background uh color, so we can change this. I believe I still have this. Yeah, fantastic. So you see, uh, so that's change to poppins. We can increase the size basically to whatever we are comfortable with. We can leave that as is. uh Even for divider color too as well, we may want to do something there, just something very light, because I want to believe that uh, what we have here has something like a very light divider in between them. So you can play and play and play all around, play with the divider, do some more settings till you find that perfect balance. I don't want to waste so much time trying to give you the perfect balance, and then we just spend so much time now. So I think this is perfect. This is okay. This is literally almost the same like what we have on the other website. Okay, yeah, so you can see we have a landing page almost super ready. So right now we have this updated. So let's close this, and then let's view this page. Okay, so you can see literally super simple, super easy. Anybody can come here and download whatever you want them to download. So if I view this page right now in incognito mode, okay, all right, so we have this now. So you can see if you come down here, I'm trying to right click right now on the screen, so you can see there's I can't do any form of right clicking. So the only thing I can do right now is hit this and download if I need to. So anything right click is not popping up on the website. So you can literally protect your landing page like this. Okay, so you can see right now for our mobile view, this is not perfect. You can see this is not perfect at all for our mobile view. But again, if we come now to this website here and we copy it, so and let's paste it now, and let's check the mobile view of this website, you would see that they are able to do something entirely different. Or you can see the way this image is arranged here in mobile view is different from how it's arranged on their web view. So you can make changes literally. So if you have traffic coming from mobile, you may want to serve them properly, and that's a beautiful thing to do. And this thing alone, I'm telling you, if you implement it, may improve your conversion rate a great deal. So you want to ensure that you serve them correctly, so you can literally still do the same process for mobile view. Snip this mobile view, and then you can come to your Elementor. You can come to your responsive mode here, for example, switch to mobile. You can see the way this is coming up in mobile. So you want this to align together, so you can do that. I don't want to go into Elementor tutorial right now. Whatever page builder you're using, that's very important. So you want to make these images bigger. So like this one right now is too small, it's literally unreadable. So you can then change the image here, bring in that specific image for mobile view alone. And that's the beauty about Elementor. You can customize both mobile and web view to serve different images, different content generally. And I think that's super super amazing. So that's a pro tip. Take note of that. So I think this is my time for this tutorial. I don't want to waste so much time. I hope you've been able to see this crazy insane method I use to create any landing page real quick. Literally, I can do this thing. Even though I'm making tutorials, I'm showing you how some of the things work. I can literally do this within 10-15 minutes to clone any landing page out there and render them in any WordPress website with a few click of a button, copying here and there, and I have my website live. So if this has been useful for you, give me a thumbs up. If you have any issues, you have any question, any concern, let me know in the comment section. I'll look out to give you answers as much as possible as I can. I hope you've gotten value for your time. If you have, subscribe so that you don't miss out more videos from me. That's my time for this video. I'll see you in another one. Until then, take care. Have a nice time. Bye for now.